In a press conference that has sent shockwaves through the golf world, Rory McIlroy made a revelation that has left fans and analysts alike reeling. Addressing the media after a tumultuous Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black, McIlroy didn't just discuss his performance or the team's dynamics. Instead, he dropped a bombshell that has ignited widespread speculation and debate. But what exactly did he say? And how does this revelation impact the future of professional golf? Stay tuned as we delve into the details of McIlroy's shocking announcement and its potential ramifications. At the 2025 Ryder Cup held at Bethpage Black, the atmosphere was charged with tension. Rory McIlroy, Europe's star player, faced an onslaught of jeers and insults from the American crowd. During a pivotal moment on the 16th hole, as McIlroy prepared to take a shot, the cacophony of boos and taunts reached a crescendo. In a rare display of frustration, McIlroy backed away from his ball, turned toward the gallery, and shouted, "Shut the fuck up!" The outburst was a response to the relentless heckling, which included personal attacks on his family and comments about his past performances. The incident sparked immediate reactions. Some fans cheered McIlroy's fiery response, while others criticized the hostile environment. European captain Luke Donald addressed the situation, stating that the behavior of the US fans had crossed a line, particularly the personal insults and disruptions during players' routines. In the aftermath, the PGA of America issued a statement condemning the inappropriate conduct and announcing increased security measures. Despite the adversity, McIlroy and his teammates maintained their focus, leading Europe to a commanding 11.5-4.5 lead heading into the final day of competition. The fallout from McIlroy's confrontation with the crowd reverberated throughout the sports world. Media outlets across the globe picked up the story, with headlines speculating on the implications of his outburst. Analysts debated the potential impact on the Ryder Cup and the broader professional golf scene, dissecting every nuance of the incident. Within the golfing community, reactions were mixed. Some commentators expressed concern over the possibility of a divided professional landscape, with rival leagues vying for top talent. Others viewed McIlroy's openness as a sign of transparency, reflecting the evolving nature of the sport. The revelation sparked discussions about player loyalty, career trajectories, and the pressures that came with being at the top of golf's elite hierarchy. European captain Luke Donald addressed the situation publicly. He stated that McIlroy's commitment to the team remained unwavering and emphasized the importance of unity as Europe aimed to retain the Ryder Cup. Donald acknowledged the challenges players faced in the modern golfing climate, where financial incentives and career opportunities had become increasingly diverse. On the American side, reactions were similarly varied. Some players expressed surprise at McIlroy's admission, while others understood the pressures associated with being a top-ranked athlete. The incident sparked broader debates about the future of the Ryder Cup and whether adjustments to its structure might be necessary to account for a changing professional landscape. As the dust settled, one thing became clear. McIlroy's bombshell had opened a Pandora's box of questions about professional golf's future direction and the allegiances of its top stars. Social media buzzed with speculation, fans debated possible outcomes, and analysts predicted shifts that could reshape the sport. The press conference was no longer just a single moment. It had become a defining turning point in golf, leaving the world to consider how elite players balanced opportunity, loyalty, and competition. McIlroy's revelation brought to light broader issues within professional golf. The existence of rival leagues and the allure of substantial financial offers had become challenges that the sport could no longer ignore. For decades, the PGA Tour had been the gold standard, providing prestige and opportunities for its members. But the emergence of alternative leagues introduced a new dynamic that threatened to shift the landscape. The PGA Tour had traditionally represented the pinnacle of professional golf, offering both status and a competitive platform for its players. However, competing leagues had started offering lucrative contracts, promises of fewer tournaments, and a more manageable schedule. For many players, particularly those in the latter stages of their careers, these offers presented an attractive alternative. The temptation to switch allegiances tested loyalty and highlighted the pressures that elite golfers faced beyond the course. The situation was further complicated by the Ryder Cup's unique format, which relied on the participation of players from both the PGA Tour and the European Tour. If top-ranked golfers began to shift their affiliations, the integrity and competitiveness of the event could be undermined. Europe and the United States alike had a vested interest in ensuring that the Cup remained a true showcase of elite talent. In response, the PGA Tour explored ways to retain its top players, including increasing prize funds and adjusting scheduling. The goal was to preserve the tour's prestige while offering players more flexibility. Despite these measures, the allure of rival leagues remained strong. Players increasingly weighed financial security, work-life balance, and long-term career prospects against tradition and prestige. McIlroy's revelation underscored that these decisions were not merely personal, they had the potential to reshape professional golf entirely. The coming months promised pivotal shifts, with choices made by players like McIlroy determining the sport's future trajectory and the legacy of events like the Ryder Cup. In the wake of his bombshell revelation, Rory McIlroy's future in professional golf became a topic of intense speculation. While he reiterated his commitment to the Ryder Cup and his European roots, the allure of alternative leagues presented a significant temptation. Analysts, fans, and fellow players alike debated how his next move could reshape the sport. McIlroy's decision to disclose the approach from a rival league was unprecedented. In an era where players often kept such negotiations private, his openness set a new standard for transparency. The move drew praise for integrity, but also criticism from those who questioned whether discussing such offers publicly could influence team dynamics or pressure organizers. Looking ahead, McIlroy faced a pivotal decision. The offer from the rival league, though unspecified, likely included financial incentives and career opportunities that could appeal to any player. Aligning with a competing organization could have implications for his standing within the PGA Tour, as well as his eligibility for future Ryder Cup events. Every option carried risks and rewards, forcing McIlroy to weigh tradition against opportunity. Despite the speculation, McIlroy remained focused on his immediate commitments. He continued to represent Europe with pride, aiming to lead his team to victory in the Ryder Cup. His performance on the course remained exemplary, a testament to his resilience and professionalism. The coming months were critical in determining McIlroy's path. His decisions not only affected his own career trajectory, but also had broader implications for professional golf. Fans and analysts watched closely, recognizing that his choices could signal shifts in league dynamics, player loyalty, and the future of high-stakes competitions like the Ryder Cup. McIlroy's next steps would prove pivotal for both his legacy and the sport he helped define. The final putt had dropped. Europe had celebrated victory at Bethpage Black, but attention immediately shifted to McIlroy's revelation. His admission that a rival golf league had approached him dominated headlines worldwide. Fans, analysts, and players debated responsibility, asking whether spectators, organizers, or the players themselves bore the brunt of the controversy. The moment sparked a global conversation about the boundaries of professional conduct and fan engagement in golf. Analysts dissected the events, some criticizing the US crowd for creating a hostile environment, while others focused on the structural pressures facing elite players. The resignation of Heather McMahon, the MC who had led some of the provocative chants, added another layer to the debate, symbolizing accountability, but also highlighting deeper systemic issues in professional golf culture. Social media amplified every moment, keeping discussion alive long after the tournament concluded. Players reflected on the mental toll and the emotional impact. McIlroy admitted feeling drained, but emphasized pride in Europe's performance and the team's professionalism despite distractions. His candidness underlined the reality of modern golf. Players constantly balance opportunity, temptation, and loyalty while performing under global scrutiny. Ultimately, the 2025 Ryder Cup became a case study in resilience and responsibility. Europe's triumph demonstrated that skill alone could not define success. Mental strength, focus, and adherence to competition standards mattered equally. The incident prompted a reckoning within Rory McIlroy's revelation, opened a new chapter in professional golf. As he navigated career decisions and external pressures, the sport faced scrutiny over loyalty, fan conduct, and league dynamics. His choices highlighted the delicate balance between opportunity and tradition, leaving fans and analysts to reflect on the future of the game.